Hey guys, how are you? Twitter recap before we have like half an hour until the futures are opening. And yeah, I will show you what I have been posting during the past 2 days. And if you like the content, again, subscribe. All that good stuff, guys, to the YouTube, Twitter. Yes, you know where to find me. With that said, we have 10 minutes because I don't want to take all your time. 10 minutes, very quick, very brief update for you. Cool. Let's do this. So let's do this. Uh, my thoughts of the day has just been sent out for members on the Substack. Again, what am I looking for next week? What is interesting? Again, just basically thoughts overall. And next one here, we have a poll that I just made. And again, this is again quite funny to be honest. Yes, it is getting a bit tired here, but does this chart look bullish or bearish? And I said yes and no. That's actually quite good. And thank you, Kevin, for pointing that out. Yeah, but anyways, you know what I mean here. Bullish, yes. Bearish, no. This is the chart here. I don't think many people will get this correct. I don't have the watermark as the ticker, but this could mean a whole lot to at least, for sure one sector slash industry, but also bigger markets. So put your vote. You can see here already 90% says it's bullish. It does look bullish, but the narrative around this here is extremely bearish. Extremely. So interesting divergence there. Good. Here we have the we have the GDXJ on the weekly into big pivot resistance, the 2020 highs over here. We did see an initial reaction to that level this Friday. So this is the weekly, by the way, and you can see we tagged it here. And this kind of high here, looking at the pattern after that, very often is some sort of resistance. Could we pierce through, do a pause, all that? Yeah, sure. But there is often a lot of people taking profits at previous major pivot highs in the juniors. And this is what's happening now for the juniors, the gold ones there. So let's see how big the pause will be overall. Still very, very strong chart. Everything looks, longer term bullish until proven otherwise. So hopefully this is just a small blip here, and then we go higher. If we completely negate this, by the way, and just don't, see any sellers coming in here more than we have already seen, we could see 90 here very, very quickly. So we're talking like 40% on top, insanely quick, if there's no one to stop it here. Interesting. So again, fun little anecdote here is the everyone is talking gold for the past 1 year, which is again for sure it has done 60% in a year. Truly amazing moves, scary moves because you know what that implies. Two things: inflation. Gold tracks the loss of your purchasing power in every currency. So if it goes up 60% in the US dollar terms, you know what's coming. A lot of inflation, and also a lot of you know, investors are scared. Again, gold is also that, flight to safety hedge. But again, ultimately, over the longer term, gold only tracks the loss of purchasing power. So interesting there. And again, the silver miners has done equally well, and no one is talking silver miners. And actually, silver miners are on the verge of a 15-year breakout. And the implications of that is that many of these silver stocks will do 10, 20, and some of the smaller guys even more X. Um, by the way, we are all over this on the Substack. I have also posted it once or twice on the Twitter or X. Gold here is 10% away from its 0.98, 0.618 Fibonacci extension on the gold chart here, on the monthly, by the way, drawn from the 2021 lows here. 2001 lows, my bad. It's getting late. Into the highs of 2011. The biggest low here in 2016, if you measure that, you get still, we have 10% away from one of the bigger fibs from the extension, 3,668. a possibility. Um, and yeah, gold looks, again, to me here, this move here seems, again, overdone, extended. It can be that in that way for longer than, again, you sometimes imagine, but most likely do we find like a little, same as over here, right, where you find a high for like a half a year, um, only to resume the uptrend, basically. Dollar trader here with the SRUUF, that is the U.UN. Just very quickly here, falling wedge. Not the most pretty, but I agree it is definitely there. We are squeezing at this big horizontal level at roughly $14, which corresponds to, I think, roughly 20 on the U.UN. So if we break out here, the uranium spot price will go higher. Quite big moment here, actually, coming in for the uranium sector. Also, when the URA is close to a bigger breakout, which, by the way, I made a video on the Substack 2 days ago. We are looking at 7 potential big breakouts in some of the bigger ones, yeah, but also some of the smaller guys, mid-tier guys. Looks really, really promising if they can pierce that resistance. So, speaking of here, UUU, that is the Energy Fuels long-term time frame. Constructive still, even though it hasn't done anything for the past 4 years. It basically peaked in 2021, 2022, and then it has gone downhill. However, within a flag, and we have regained the horizontal zone here at that's roughly $4 or so. If that flag breaks to the upside, we are looking at a lot higher prices. Um, and the past 2 days, we did see like 10% and 15%. And that is most likely due to the whole rare earth, ban, China, US, all that good stuff. It is Renko time. I love Renko. Again, if I were to switch strategy, I would switch to using Renko. It's really cool. The U.UN here, 1 day Renko. The Sprott Physical Uranium Trust on a longer time frame looks incredibly promising. A cup and handle pattern is forming, which the price currently testing the neckline support while consolidating in a flag pattern. So again here, horizontal support, roughly 20. It says 19 here, but roughly 20. This is a beautiful flag still with 3, sizable impulses here. You can clearly see them. No noise, no nothing. Again, same as the scruff, right? The OTC one there. Um, it looks still, if we break out from the channel here, again, we're a bit far away. If we do, very promising for the spot price of uranium. Very promising. AVA, this is AVA USD. That's crypto. That's a coin. Frisky move here. This was posted yesterday. So again, early breakout here. But as we head into the open of the futures today, interesting. Again, the one rule with crypto, and that is it is the ultimate liquidity indicator. So if crypto moves, it means that there are excessive liquidity in the system. Crypto is leverage tech, nothing more, nothing less. But that doesn't mean you can't earn a heck of a ton. Last one here before I will let you to it. Cameco, is close to a bigger breakout. Charts in the uranium space has been shown to members over the weekend, like I mentioned, Substack. This is one of them that we're looking at. We tagged the lower yellow, which is like a 4-year support. Horizontally, we also had support at like 35, and we are close to breaking out of a 6-month channel. 1, 2, 3, flagging here on the lower time frames. Could we be breaking out? We shall wait and see, but it looks frisky. We could have a pullback and break on the 4th. That is also fine. You typically break on the 4th, but let's just get it over with and break out as we speak. So have a great day, guys. It's been a pleasure. Cheers. Bye.